Right then, hello and welcome back to Porsche Challenge. Last time we completed the short tracks or the regular tracks on easy mode, and now we're going to continue the championship, and now we've unlocked the long tracks. So as you can see on the track maps, they are a hell of a lot longer than they were before. We got 4 more of these, and then we're going to be unlocking the interactive circuits for the last 4. But for now, just got the long ones.
Are you ready?
Are you ready?
Go, go, go!
And away we go. So these tracks really aren't overly difficult. You just got to relearn where the paths are. But that's not too bad at all. Starting in Stuttgart, as always. And then at the second race... Oh, that's not good. Again, thankfully, no damage. But yeah, the second race is going to be held in the United States, as it was for the regular circuits. And then there's a bit of a mix-up. We don't go to Japan straight away. We go to Alpine first and then Japan for the last race. Getting these corners royally screwed up. Yes, there is a handbrake, but I don't really use it unless it's for that hairpin. Oh. Yeah, as you see, this track is a lot tighter and twistier than the first one. But that is 1 lap complete. And we should win this one, absolutely no problem at all. Kill the cones. Get out of the way. And swiftly takes second place. Ooh. Get off the grass, please. Yeah, this game suffers with the sticky grass syndrome as well. But we shouldn't have any problems winning this race at all. No, there's a leader. As we can catch up to him and pass him. Get away. And there we go. Handbrake fail. So in other news, as I crash into every single wall imaginable, I'm not going to be here over the weekend. I'm actually recording this a couple of hours before it's due to go up at 10 PM. And I've been busy packing a load of my crap because I will be heading to Thruxton for this weekend. Going to be camping out with a couple of good friends of mine. You got Viper Racing, or Brad. You got the Moaning Yorkshireman, or Josh. Jam Sankith is going to be there as well. So it's going to be like a little get-together of sim racers, or racers in general. And we're going to have a damn good weekend, I think. And the weather is looking promising as well, so no rain or anything like that. So if you're also heading to Thruxton this weekend, you might actually spot us down there, which is going to be fan-bloody-tastic. Right, let's see if I can get this corner. Nope, still got it wrong. That's absolutely fine. Coming up to the end now anyway. So, yeah, I'm not going to be here over the weekend. Being picked up, what was it, 10:30 in the morning on Friday. And then we're going to be there all weekend until Sunday evening. So I was a bit nervous, actually, because I thought the weather was going to be really naff. But no, it looks like the weather's going to be perfect for the weekend, so it's all going to be good. Some great close racing, I can imagine, for the British touring cars. Right, race number 2 is, of course, the United States. We have a figure of 8 layout now.
Are you ready?
Are you ready?
Go, go, go!
And go indeed. Now this track only has a couple of little differences. You got like a little suburb area you drive through, which is just up here. And you got like a church and everything that you have to drive past. Oh, and little family bungalows as well. I would love a bungalow. I hate normal houses. A bungalow would be perfect. Namely for the fact that you don't really have any neighbours attached when you're in a bungalow. And oh boy, have we had problems with our neighbours for the last 14 plus years. So that path is blocked off. You go on to the right instead. Now with the interactive tracks, that barrier that blocks off that section of the circuit goes up and down, so you have to judge which laps you can actually use that part of the track. There's also little shortcuts that open up as well. You have one which is a little viaduct. So yeah, it's cool that they add little options you can take. The viaduct actually is behind this chain link fence on the left hand side. Just there. You can see the road going off into it, but no, can't use that just yet. There's Greenie, get past in. Spot on. And already taken the lead, hooray. Now this part here, I mentioned in episode 1 about the evil versions of the tracks, is that you get like immovable objects or impenetrable objects in the middle of the track. You get like little barriers or little bollards in the central reservation. And yeah, it just gives you a bit more of a obstacle to get around. But no problems with that on the easy tracks though, as everything's all wide open and you can go flat out. And you notice there the radar at the bottom blinks now and again. It disappears when you get to a certain distance away from the car behind, or when you've broken the rubber banding effect of the other cars. The radar disappears, but it doesn't disappear for long because you can see the blue car quickly catching up. There he is, right on our chuff again. Oops. I really do enjoy the ambient sound effects that they have on this game as well. Like seagulls, you get when you drive past a church, you get a little pipe organ music. And when you go past a casino as well, you get a little the money falling into the little trough at the bottom of the machines. And there we go, race 2 complete. Hooray. Next race in the Alpine, of course it is. Now, of course, you can only progress through the races when you've actually won. If you finish second, then no, you have to restart again, then you lose one of your continues. Pretty much identical to any arcade racer. On this race, though, for some reason, the laps are longer. It's 4 laps instead of 3, which I could never quite gather.
Go, go, go!
And off we go. Another thing with the interactive tracks as well, which I find is really cool, is that there is a path blocked by snow. And each lap that you get around the circuit, each lap that you actually progress around, there's a little snow plow that moves a little bit of the snow each lap until the final lap when the actual path is clear. I think little details like that should be added to more games, to be honest. Oh. Forgot how sharp this corner was. There we go. Lovely job. And in there, that church as well. That's another secret path that opens up during the interactive tracks. And it's snowing again, but it's blue sky. Ah, there's a little path there. All that snow on the right-hand side. That's a bit that gets removed during each consecutive lap. And here as well, during the regular and hard races, regular and hard, or evil. There's boulders that appear on each lap. And they block the track, so you have to avoid them. I do like the music on this game as well. It's not a bad soundtrack. I mean, you don't really hear much of it due to the quick succession of the races. But yeah, I mean, it's a fairly good soundtrack. Oh, face first into the barrier. That's alright, we take the lead. Yeah, quit honking at me. I can hear you. And of course, the blue car. Our arch rival. Right on our chuff again. There we go. 2 laps to go. But yeah, I could never figure out why this race was 4 laps and the others were 3. Oops. That's another shortcut in there. You see that gate that was open? Oh, another thing that happens as well, just before you go into that bridge on the interactive tracks, is, just get around this corner, there's a puddle of water there, if you notice. It's just on the left-hand side. When you get into the interactive, every lap, like that path that opens up with the snow, every lap that you go past that section, the water gets, it covers the road, it floods the road. So that's another obstacle you have to avoid. Well, you can't really avoid it because it covers the entire road, but for what this game is, I mean, for how little content it's got, I mean, it's got a hell of a lot of features and little details that have been added, which nowadays, like I said, nowadays they don't really do that sort of thing. More games should have interactive backgrounds and, you know, just to make it look like that this world is a living, breathing environment. Keep forgetting that corner does sharpen way too quickly. But yeah, look at our timer. We've got 1 minute 39 seconds left to go on the timer. There's a little bit of water there. Don't expect that kind of timer on the evil difficulty. Like I said, you are barely able to reach any of the checkpoints with like 3 seconds remaining. They are very strict on the timing. Okay, not long now. Last jump, and another victory. Hooray.
Hey, brilliant.
Brilliant indeed. So now we head to the final race then, which is going to be at Japan before we unlock the interactive tracks, which are going to be a hell of a lot of fun. And yeah, this one is a lot longer. It's another 4 laps as well.
Are you ready?
Are you ready?
Go, go, go!
Yeah, so the car that appears alongside you at the start of each race, they become your main rival for the race itself, or for the championship. So the blue car is always going to be there, catching up to you. Later on, if we pick the blue car up... Oh, wrong way. Oh, no, that's bad, that's bad, that's bad. Yeah, that's that catches you out. That's part of the path of the interactive tracks. I completely forgot. Yeah, those gates are closed, and they only open on certain laps as well during interactive mode. But as you can see, how slow the AI become when you're near the back. Get past him. That's absolutely fine. So yeah, we're not going to lose this race either. That was just a little bit of a mess up on my part. So, back around to part of the circuit that we actually know. Oh. Oh, I wasn't the only one that screwed that up. My backsteer! So yeah, this track, personally for me, is the hardest of the four, especially on the interactive version, because you have so many different pathways that you can take, and some of them are closed, or some of them are, you know, just open. You got to get there at a certain time. So yeah, it can be a bit confusing. Give a little bit of a honk back. We're already up into third. We've still got 3 laps to go. Yeah, you can see that they literally crawl, the AI. Don't even bother slowing down for the corners, just head first into the wall. Give your driver concussion and probably a massive migraine, but there you go. And there we go. And there is the leader. And we still got 2 laps to go. Oh, some baskets. I don't actually know what they are. Lanterns or baskets or something? I always thought they were like little Moses baskets or something. Or they could be like mine carts, I think. Maybe this is like a mining town or something. It does look like it. It looks like a bit of a rundown quarry. Here's that road that's blocked off, isn't it? Coming up to it anyway. Yep. Oh. Come on, get a move on. Yeah, this song definitely reminds me of that Driver song I mentioned in episode 1. Because you have it on the demo disc. If you played, like, there was a one mission, or it was just a free drive that you could play on one of the demo discs. And this, the song that's similar, was playing, and it was fine. The song was perfect. And yet when the full game came out, that song was completely botched because of the bass line effect that they used was glitched, and it just sounded very dull. It was just a noise. It wasn't a bass audio effect at all. It was literally just a drolling noise. And apparently the composer for those songs as well has a YouTube channel and has actually remastered and remade those songs from the game, which I think is pretty damn awesome. Can't remember his name though, so I do apologise. I can't point people in the right direction because I've forgotten his name. Oh, just do a Google search on the name of the composer, and then you can probably find his YouTube channel that way. And there we go.
Hey, brilliant!
Brilliant indeed. So that is the long tracks completed. Wicked! Enjoy the interactive tracks. Yes, I will indeed. So now then, you have multiple pathways each lap. Like I mentioned before, the races at Stuttgart, you have like those barriers that move up and down. You can go either path in consecutive laps. So yeah, there we go. So that is long mode done. Next time we'll get on with interactive mode, which we'll do next week. So yeah, for now, sorry, I will leave it here. So thank you very much for watching as always, and I will see you next time then for interactive mode and the last 4 tracks on easy difficulty before we go into regular and then evil. So yeah, take care, stay safe, and I'll see you then.